Want to do a quick instructional video on how to evolve your miners. And if you are going to evolve any of your miners, first, those miners have to be undocked. So that means they are not in the mining docks and they are going to show in your My Miners section. And if you are on the desktop like I am, you will see the actual name of the tab over here, My Miners. But if you are on your phone, you will just see what looks like a little small flash symbol or lightning bolt. So what you want to do is you're going to need the USDT coin in order to do an evolution. So the first thing you want to do is have AVAX in your wallet. So let's go and verify in my wallet. I have AVAX in my wallet. Let's go over to tokens. And I do have AVAX in my wallet. So I am going to need to do a swap into Tether. So if you don't know how much you need as far as your evolution process, what I usually do, just so I don't have to kind of do the math myself, is I'll go ahead and go into the process of if I was going to evolve my miners, then I will go and select which miner I am going to evolve to. In this case, it's going to be the Vanguard. Same deal. If you're going to evolve into a Titan, you would just select the Titan option here and put a check on it so that you can evolve to the Titan. And just a side note, if you are evolving to a Titan, you will need two of your miners that you're going to be evolving up to a Titan because it takes two miners to merge together to create a Titan. Just a side note there. But I am going to be evolving up to the Vanguard. Excuse me. I am going to be evolving up to the Vanguard. And I am going to be evolving my Trailblazers up to the Vanguard. So I've selected Vanguard here, and I want to select my Trailblazers that I'm going to evolve to the Vanguard. So in this case, it's going to be three of my Trailblazers. And as you can see, it gives me the price of the USDT that I'll need to finish that transaction as far as evolving those miners. So this is just my quick way of doing the math. So once I've done the math, I go to my MetaMask and I go to select the swap function. You can do that either by clicking swap up here, or you can click on the token itself, and then you also have some options as far as what you want to do with that token at that time. So we want to swap this into USDT. So if you notice here, by default, it's at USDC. I want USDT Tether. And if you don't have that option, you don't see USDT Tether in your list, you can just type in USDT in here, and you can select it there as far as being able to grab the USDT Tether on the Avalanche chain. Make sure you are understanding that you are on the Avalanche C chain blockchain. So that's where you want to be using the Tether. You're doing Tether on the Avalanche blockchain. Right now, I am on the tether that I've already created the symbols here for in my MetaMask. And so I would want to do the swap for that. For me to get to the 240 that I need to figure out how much of that 11 avalanche that I need for this process. And so I'm going to go ahead and put in 10. I think the price of Avalanche, yeah, is right now is showing at $22. So let's see if I put in 10, it's going to be 225. Let's go with 11, right at the amount over 240 that I need. So I need, let's go with 10.7. and that puts me right over the amount of USDT that I need. I'm going to go ahead and select that just for the slippage that could possibly happen as far as the amount. So yep, as you see it's showing now 239, 238 or so as far as what I would get. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit more to that, 10.75, and let it fetch the quotes for me, see what we get there. And that's really close. Well, let's go ahead and go 10.77. And then let it fetch the quotes here and see what we get as far as what the amount is. It's going to be right at 241, it says. So let's see if we get the amount over as far as what we need. And this is kind of close. I always just have a little bit more. You can always bank a little bit more. So I am going to go ahead and do this swap from Avalanche into the USDT token. And just think of this as a currency exchange. You know, if you're going from one country to another, you would need that country's currency. So that's basically what we're doing. We're just using the currency that we need at this point. So this what we're using is the USDT. And in our wallet, now we're showing that we have enough USDT to cover this transaction of $240 in USDT. So let's go ahead and go back into our evolution process where we're going to be upgrading our miner from the Trailblazer to the Vanguard. What I'm going to do, just because I did do the transaction of putting the USDT in my wallet, I am going to refresh my connection here, and hopefully my internet is up to par. And my, yep, this looks like things are coming up. Awesome. So we're going to go ahead and do the process here of going ahead and taking our three Trailblazers up to the Vanguard. And once you see that you have those three and you see the amount of USDT that you need, let's go ahead and click on Evolve. And after that, our window is going to come up for MetaMask, Evolve Miners. I'm going to confirm our transaction on the blockchain, and the evolution is complete. So after our evolution is complete, we can go into our My Miner section, and let's do a quick refresh on this end. And wait for our vanguards to show up. What I like to do is I like to take inventory of what my vanguards are. I got a bravery here at 951,000. I have a element here at another 950,000. And I have a lightning, which is over 1 million. That's cherry. The lightning is cherry. I love seeing this type of miner. So all three are really close in the neighborhood of my 1 million, which I want to see for the Vanguards as far as the mine max shares that I get, which is awesome. So after that process, all I have to do now is go ahead and dock these miners.